There are three reasons I chose this brush cutter. The first thing was that it's Honda and it's a professional model. The second reason is that the engine is 4-stroke, it's a GX25 4-stroke engine, so you don't have to mix oil with the petrol. And the third one is because it's got this type of handle, and I've got another strimmer with the handlebar handle on, and I just can't use that at all. I just cannot get on with that. So I wanted one with this shape handle, a 4-stroke engine, and I wanted a professional model. And in all honesty, I've got other Honda equipment, and you can't go wrong with Honda equipment. So what does it come with? It comes with a brush cutter head, which is 3-pronged, the strimmer head, and you can see just by looking at that it's a professional machine. A set of safety specs, a universal tool, an Allen key that's also used for assembling the machine, waterproof nylon bag, comprehensive set of instructions, and last but not least, a harness. Now there are one or two other bits and bobs that come with this machine, and they're actually on the machine now to allow me to fit this head. Now the reason that I've fitted this head, it's an Oregon Universal Brushcutter blade, is because it's absolutely phenomenal, and I'll show you why I purchased that a little bit later on in the video. So as you can see, I've been using this brush cutter a fair bit. This plastic surround also comes with the machine, and it's designed to clip on underneath there when you're using the strimmer head. The machine arrives without oil, but they actually send a small bottle of oil with it, and the oil goes in here. What you need to do is place it on a level surface and then make sure that the oil is filled to the point where it's just about to pour out, and you can see the oil is there already. So very easy to top the oil up. The engine is designed to work at all angles. So as I said, I purchased this machine to do some brush cutting because I've got a major amount of brush cutting to do, and it's really difficult. It's all brambles, 4, 5, 6 foot high in places, very thick, very dense. A normal brush cutter head just won't do it. So you can see where I've done so far if I zoom in, and it goes along further than that. I'll take the camera down there in a minute and show you, but I've done all this so far, and then I'm going to take the machine down and I'm going to tackle some of that so you can see it in operation. So this is the area that I'm going to tackle on the video, and as you can see, it's thick bramble. It will give you an idea of just how effective this brush cutter is with the Oregon brush cutter blade. And the thing about the Oregon brush cutter blade is that it mulches. So as you can see, this was thick bramble. You can see some of the stuff that's been cut with it. And to give you an idea of what I've done so far, all the way along there, and this has all been done as well, but the nettles are growing back, so that's going to have to be either cut or weed killed, one or the other. Basically from there up and all the way over there I've done so far, just with the Oregon blade and the Honda brush cutter. So as I said earlier, it's a 4-stroke engine, which means it doesn't need any oil mixing with the petrol. It just needs oil straight out of a can as it comes from the garage. That makes it extremely convenient to use. So you just top it up with petrol. There we go. And then to start the machine, you've got to make sure that the blade is off the ground, so that's fine. This is the stop button, so push forward is stopped, push backwards is run. You've got to give a bulb, which is under here, there's a little petrol bulb, a few squeezes to prime the engine. I'll give it about 5 or 6. There's a little grey button there that's a choke, that goes into the on position, and then it's just pulling the cord. Now it's really easy to start. So that's it started, and then put the choke down. So as you can see, it's very easy to start, it's nice and quiet, it's a lovely engine, I love the engine. So to put the harness on, over the shoulder, and this little pad goes on the right hand side, it just goes over there, and it's very conveniently just clips in. Now I've got this fairly tight, and I just want to have a talk about safety. You know, it's up to you what you wear and what you don't wear when you're doing this, but what I would recommend that you do is wear at least a pair of glasses, preferably the safety glasses that come with the machine that can go over your normal glasses, and then a good pair of safety boots and a strong pair of working gloves. So, see, the best way to cut is to cut down from the top, and because the blade is horizontal and cuts vertically downwards as well, it mulches on the way down. And this is what the machine is actually cutting. It's really thick bramble, it's been there for years. This blade is already pretty blunt. If I put it up to the camera there, you can see it's been bounced off stones when I've been doing the ground, and it's been cutting through saplings and all sorts of stuff. So it's not sharp, and when it's sharp it cuts even better than it's cutting now. Eventually I'll get round to sharpening it so that it performs a little bit better, but you can see there's absolutely no issues with it. And it works brilliantly as a normal strimmer as well. If I just point this camera towards the ground, so as you can see, it's cleared that area in a few minutes. I wouldn't say it's easy work, but it's not hard work either. If you're reasonably fit, you can work for hours like this. The harness takes all the weight away from the brush cutter. You know, you can swivel it, you can take it up or down. You've even got, you know, you can move it up and down and take it away from the harness if you want. To remove it from the harness, there's a little black switch there. You just push that down and out it comes, and to put it back on, it's really very easy. So putting petrol in, anything like that, is not a chore at all. It's very easy to use. I like the way it's designed. If you put the Oregon Universal Brushcutter blade on this, and I would recommend that if you get one of these, you only get the ones with the 2 prongs. They do 3 pronged versions and possibly a 4, I'm not sure. I'll put a link on the video to that Universal blade on Amazon. And if you go there, there's often 2, and you need to get the one that's the 3mm and not the 4mm. That's just the thickness of the steel. So the 3mm is a bit lighter because this is not a particularly large brush cutter, so that's worth bearing in mind. That Oregon blade is just astounding at how well it cuts brush compared to one of the normal brush cutter blades, and at £10 you can't go wrong. So that's it, the Honda UMK425LE. L because it's got this D handle, which I love. It's way better than the handlebars. It's an absolutely fabulous brush cutter. It's quiet, it's 4-stroke, so you don't need to mix the oil. Very easy to start, very reliable, powerful. I wasn't expecting it to be anywhere near as powerful as it is with a 25cc engine. It's just a lovely machine, as you would expect from a professional Honda machine. So if you're thinking about buying a strimmer or a brush cutter, I don't think you'll go wrong with one of these machines. I haven't tried the strimming head on it because I've not bought it for strimming, but you can see at the beginning of the video when you look at that strimming head that it's obviously professionally made, and I think it will do a brilliant job at that as well. But I'm just going to stick to this Oregon blade, and in future I'll just buy another one of these if it gets too badly worn, then I need to replace it. That's it. I hope you've liked the review, and thank you for watching.